Fox Sports South, in association with the Vol Network, presents University of Tennessee basketball. Live from the top.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Kessling along with Bert Bertelkamp. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Tonight, Tennessee plays its final game before the SEC season starts, and they'd like some momentum before they enter conference play.
They really do need to get more confidence. They need to shoot the ball a lot better going into the SEC.
Talking about UNC Greensboro, they also need to shoot the ball better. They lost their best player, Demetrius Cherry, so everybody's trying to pick up the pace. They've lost 4 in a row and looking for guys to step it up.
Well, that puts a lot of pressure on everybody, especially Nathan Jamison. He's one of their leading guards from last year. He was an all-rookie league in the Southern Conference. He definitely has to pick up the slack.
Tennessee also trying to get some momentum built. They won on the road at South Florida on Saturday, and one of the freshmen came of age, Vincent Yarborough.
Vincent made a huge difference in the game in Southern Florida. He shot the ball well. You can tell he's getting more confidence, and he's getting more into the flow of the game, so I hope he's able to continue that tonight.
And Coach Jerry Green is giving him the green lights that he's a guy that's got to play a lot.
Well, Jerry's made the commitment to play him, and I think you're going to see a lot of minutes out of Vincent, and they're really going to need him in the SEC.
One aspect of the game, too, Brandon Wharton has really been bothered by some shoulder injuries. Now he's trying to fight through that. That's tough for a shooter.
It really is tough, and I don't think people realize the pain he's been playing in. His left shoulder, he's got a problem, and it's really affected his shooting. He said before the game tonight it wasn't bothering him as much, so look for him to have a good night.
So they need everybody to shoot well tonight for Tennessee. We'll have the starting lineups from Knoxville as UNC Greensboro takes on Tennessee coming up.
See Greensboro at the guard spot will be Nathan Jamison. For Tennessee, the starters in backcourt, Tony Harris, the 6-foot sophomore out of Memphis. The other guard will be Brandon Wharton, senior out of Nashville. He's averaging 9 points a game, but he's really had, as we mentioned in the opening, those problems shooting. He was 0 for 11 during regulation against South Florida. Much better shooter than that. In the middle for Tennessee, Charles Hathaway, 6'10 sophomore out of Nashville Hillwood, averaging 7 points a game, 4.6 rebounds per contest. And then Vincent Yarborough up front, 6'7 freshman out of Cleveland, Tennessee, and C.J. Black, 6'8 junior out of Chattanooga Brainerd. The officials for tonight's game, Rusty Herring, Phil Robinson, and also Bruce Benedict when making the call. SEC officials tonight. So Tennessee against Southern Conference foe, UNC Greensboro. Bert, this is a Greensboro team that hasn't had a lot of good things happen for him. Randy Peel.
So Greensboro, I look for him to try to control the tempo, slow the game down a little bit. But you're right, injuries have really hurt him. Hurt him last year, and it looks like it's carried over into this year.
Opening tap controlled by Tennessee as Warren Cunningham will pick up Tony Harris. Let's see how UNC tries to defend them.
Well, it looks like they've come out in a 1-3-1 zone defense, and it looks fairly active. Their arms are out, and they're moving pretty well.
Wharton kicks it off. C.J. Black misses, and the rebound inside is controlled by Stewart of UNC Greensboro. Now to May, the freshman pulls up and fires. No good. Tip. No good, and C.J. Black comes up with it. Trevisan almost had a nice putback, but it wouldn't fall. So both teams misfire on their first possession, and Yarborough trying to get the lead and does. He's heating up, isn't he, Bert?
Well, Tennessee did a good job swinging the ball that time to the weak side, and that's the key with the attack of a zone defense. You got to move the ball and you got to penetrate, and that time they moved around the perimeter very well.
So Yarborough gets the 3, and Tennessee leads 3-0. Brinson out front, a guy they also expecting to maybe break through, a junior out of Miami, junior college transfer player. Trevisan out of Brazil, only started playing basketball a couple of years ago. Brinson's got a fire as the shot clock was rolling down, and Hathaway rebounds. Quick pass, Brandon Wharton kicks it off to Yarborough, open again. Missed that one, and Brinson rebounds it. Had a good look at it, Bert.
Yeah, he did. It was a good penetration and a good pass by Brandon. He had a good look right in front of the bucket.
Trevisan hooks it up there, no good. Goes and gets it, puts it up, no good. And Yarborough rebounds it. Brandon Wharton. passes up the shot. Harris doesn't. A little bit strong on that one, and the rebound inside Brinson. He's got a big body, doesn't he, down there?
Yeah, he's athletic, and he looks like he's aggressive and goes to the ball hard.
Averaging 8 rebounds a game, and he's had 2 so far early here. We played 2 minutes, 1 basket so far. Tennessee 1 of 4. UNC Greensboro 0 for 4. Brinson in the corner, brings Hathaway away from the basket, tries to break him down, goes to the bucket, but misses. Ball loose on the floor, and Yarborough kicks it out to Harris. Tony Harris waits for the troops to catch up. C.J. Black still in backcourt. Now he's getting into the picture. Slow start, both teams.
Yeah, neither team really looks that fired up at this point. Of course, the zone defense slows you down a lot. That could be part of it.
Tennessee only hitting 41% of its shots, so is UNC Greensboro. So neither team has been lighting them up so far offensively this year. Black's pass deflected, but they get it down low to Hathaway, who hooks it up and in.
It's a nice little jump hook and very good entry by Vincent. He hit him with a nice bounce pass on his outside hand. That was a good play.
Tennessee up 5-0 in this one. We played just about 3 minutes, and now C.J. Black has come up a bit gimpy. Of course, he's been bothered with a knee problem.
Looks like he's coming out.
Yep, C.J. Black now makes his way to the bench. And so UNC Greensboro have the basketball. Cunningham with it. Cunningham, a junior out of Scottsville, Kentucky. And the pass picked off by Yarborough. Quick hands, 3-on-3. Isaiah Victor, who came in for C.J. Black, made us a bad pass, and here comes UNC Greensboro.
I think Victor expected Vincent to cut to the bucket that time, and he stopped.
Spartans yet to score in this one. Dump down to May. Goes to work. Shot deflected and tipped in by Trevisan.
He's active in there. He's got his hands on several shots. Finally tipped one in. They need to box him better.
He was just trying to keep that one alive, and it went in. 5-2 is the score. 16:20 to go in this first half here from Knoxville.
Tennessee needs to look to penetrate. They need to find a seam and go hard, a couple dribbles, and kick it out. Right now they're just lobbing it around the perimeter. Not much is going on inside.
Wharton from the top. That's a good sign.
Very
Brandon
good sign.
Wharton hits it.
Very good sign. You hate to see a guy struggle when he's got an injury. You hate to see him struggle anytime, but particularly when he's got an injury and he can't do anything about it.
His 7th three-pointer of the season gives Tennessee an 8-2 lead. So Tennessee's got 2 3-point shots in the game. Wharton and Vincent Yarborough. Spartan's going to try and run play number 2, which means the number 4. Brunson takes it down the lane, short armed it just a bit, and Victor rebound, or make that Isaiah Victor gets the rebound. They kick it out. Harris open for 3. Not this time, and May gets the rebound.
I think that shot's a little bit quick. Tennessee might ought to try to go inside a little bit against these guys, particularly in transition. This ought to be a free one.
Yep, Tony Harris lays it in as the Spartans now 1 of 9 from the field.
I just don't think Greensboro is going to be able to play that up and down game with Tennessee. If they don't score, they're going to have a hard time getting back. Tennessee's too quick.
Trevisan tries it outside. Nice touch.
He's only been playing a couple of years, hasn't he?
Yes, since '94 when he came over to the States from Brazil. But a nice touch there. Cuts it to a 6-point game, 10-4.
He's a big guy.
He's already hit his average. He's averaging just over 4 points a game, and he's got that in the first 5 minutes of this one. 6-point game, Tennessee in front, and Yarborough launches again. That's 2 of them.
You can see the confidence flowing with him.
2 3-point shots in the game for Yarborough, and it's 13-4 Volunteers. Stewart catches and fires. No. And the rebound, Brandon Wharton gets it out to Tony Harris. Little shake and bake and pumps. Whale shot. Well, that ball didn't come close. (13-4) Tennessee. Stewart kicks it down low. Somebody got lost, and Cunningham gets an easy one. They ran a backdoor cut, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a good play. Good patience. Somebody did get back picked there.
The back screen, and it works. 13-6. Spartans cut it down to 7. Wharton again. That's 2 of them for him. with 6 points. And Tennessee pumps the lead out to 10 at 16-6.
Well, Brandon told you his arm wasn't bothering him before the game, so hopefully that's
It
stays that way.
It's feeling a lot better now, I'll guarantee you that. Yeah. Stewart misses outside. Hathaway boxes out. Tennessee with a 10-point lead and the basketball. There's Yarborough again. This time goes over the backboard and out of bounds. And a timeout is going to be asked for. Quick start for the Volunteers outside. 2 3-pointers for Wharton and Yarborough. And Tennessee has jumped out early. 10 points against UNC Greensboro.
Their quickness here, and Tony breaks out and gets an easy chippy, which really helps your field goal percentage if you can throw in a layup every now and then.
No
Tennessee's
question
really
about
been
that.
struggling putting the ball in the basket. It's good to get an easy one.
Tennessee shooting 50% to start the game, 6 of 12 from the field. Meanwhile, the Spartans shooting 3 of 13, only 23% so far in the game.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Green's very happy with that 50% shooting. It's awful early, but they've been shooting 41 on the season, and that's not going to get it for them long term, particularly against improved SEC defense they're going to start seeing here in a couple of weeks.
And 29% from 3-point range. New guard into the game, Courtney Elridge. He has it now, number 23. Elridge out of Boston, Massachusetts, a freshman. They like him. They think he gives them kind of a change of pace.
He definitely gives them quickness.
But he also gives them a turnover that time. Third one. Aaron Green comes in for Tennessee. Rashard Lee going to try a 3. That's no good. Quick shot for Tennessee.
Tennessee they're shooting it awfully quick. I think they can get some trailers coming down the middle and get some layups. They'll be a little more patient.
Nathan Jameson just in the game, steps out of bounds as he got the pass. He was right on that sideline. He was born in Nashville, Tennessee, grew up at High Point, North Carolina.
Well, we featured him in pregame, and he's had an excellent year last year, although he missed about 13 games with an injury. There's a good back screen for a slam. Great pass by Aaron.
Alley-oop to Isaiah Victor. Here's first bucket. And a 12-point Tennessee lead now.
That'll help get the crowd in a little bit. Nice play like that. Greensboro looks a little more active since these 2 new guards came in the game. Look to be a little more athletic and a little quicker.
Trying to break down the Tennessee defense, get some penetration. Elridge puts it up off the glass. Courtney Elridge, his first bucket, cuts it back to a 10-point game. Aaron Green, who just got his diploma here this weekend on Saturday. We'll talk to him at halftime about that. Did it in 3.5 years. Isaiah Victor, a floater, won't stay down. Look at Torrey Harris working inside and gets fouled going up. Boy, a nice box out job down low by Torrey Harris. Doesn't score much, but he knows how to play defense.
He really does. That's his contribution, his defense and rebounding. Tennessee's got a major size advantage right now, and they need to go inside, I think, whenever they can.
Foul is on Nathan Jameson. That's his first. Jameson had started the first 7 games this year for UNC Greensboro, but a late scratch tonight. Harris at the line for Tennessee. He's only a 50% free throw shooter, but looked good on that one. And Tennessee builds the lead again. It's now 19-8. Wharton goes out on a quick start. Del Baker now into the game.
I think Torrey Harris is somewhat of a team leader, although he doesn't play a whole lot of minutes. I think he's well respected, works hard in practice, and the guys think a lot of him.
He hits 2 free throws, and Tennessee has the 12-point lead back again. Almost midway first half, and Tennessee in control over the Spartans. With you tonight from Thompson Bowling Arena. Tennessee trying to win its 2nd straight game before the SEC season starts on January 2nd at Auburn. And of course, Auburn, one of the big stories nationally is Cliff Ellis has those Tigers playing about as good as anybody. Aaron Chavis has the ball poked away by Aaron Green. And so UNC Greensboro have its side front court. 3 years ago, this team was in the Big South Conference, and they went 20-10, made it to the NCAA tournament. And then since they've joined the Southern Conference, things have gotten a bit tougher for them. Last year, 9-19. You see the 3-point shooting in the game. Chavis, a turnaround jumper on the baseline. Nice move.
And I was watching him before the game, and he looks really good. He had a good year for him last year. He's a big, strong guy. Just a sophomore. I think they look for good things for him this year.
Yeah, he started 4 games last year. And started any this year, but he made a nice move down low. It's a 10-point game. Victor throws it to nobody. Nice defense. Sliding in there was James May again. Eldridge, alley-oop, too far. Brinson runs out of room.
That was a good idea. It's a nice pass. Just a little long.
4 turnovers now for the Spartans, and C.J. Black comes back into the game. You notice he's got that brace on his right knee, and that's been bothering him. Isaiah Victor goes out for Tennessee.
Greensboro comes out in a man-to-man for the first time.
Richard Lee finds the seam right down the lane and slams it.
Great first step, great drive to the bucket. He threw it down.
He's about as explosive as anybody on this team. He lulls you to sleep because he likes to play outside, but he can take it to the hole like he did that time.
He's very athletic. A little bit unpredictable at times.
Jamison, the ball knocked away. Good defense from behind, but Chavis gets it, dumps it off down low, and he stepped out of bounds, or took an extra step, as May got underneath the bucket too far and tried to generate some room. 5th turnover now for the Spartans.
May's a pretty active player, and Chavis is too. Though both those guys are young, they ought to show a lot of improvement throughout the year and really help Greensboro.
Tennessee shooting 50% from the field still, 8 of 16. Lee again tried to jam it that time and jams it up against the basket support, but he draws the foul on the play. Lee made a nice spin move on the baseline to pick up the foul, and will go to the line. The foul is going to be on James May. That'll be his first foul.
Here's Lee making a good strong move to the baseline. He thinks go to the bucket, and I think Vincent Yarborough, who also plays that small forward position, thinks shoot. So that gives him a good combination. Of course, Richard can shoot from the outside also, but I think he'd rather drive it.
Lee has really struggled at the line this year, only 47% from the stripe, and missed that one. Now Charles Hathaway back in, and Torrey Harris leaves, and Aaron Green also sits down.
This shooting situation is kind of baffling, because these guys all got good strokes. It's not like they got spastic shots or something. They just don't seem to have the concentration. It's strange.
Yarborough into the game again for Richard Lee. I was at practice yesterday, and for the last 20 minutes, that's all they did is shoot. And they go in practice, so it's a puzzling thing for Jerry Green as well.
It's a tough thing to practice. I mean, it's confidence, really. But you've got to concentrate in practice to get better for the game. So
it's different when the lights are on and the people are in the seats.
That's right. That's exactly right. And the hands in your face.
It's the first team foul on Tennessee, and we played 10 minutes here in the first half. James May out to Brinson, top of the key. Tennessee leads by 13, and Chavis, that's going to be a goaltend.
That's a break for Greensboro. I don't think that ball had a chance of going in.
That was nowhere near.
Chavis cut hard around on the baseline and caught a nice pass. It was a good play. He went up with it, and Hathaway threw it away. But back to the zone defense here. They're changing it up, try to affect Tennessee's tempo a little bit.
Yarborough, quick move to the bucket, draws the foul, and the bucket, and it counts.
That was nice penetration that time and a nice feed to Vincent. He went strong to the basket.
So Vincent Yarborough picks up the bucket, now tries to get the three-point play. The foul is on May, his second.
Number 15, Martin returns to the game for the Volunteers.
Yarborough started the season hitting only 1 of 10 from three-point range, but since then he is at 8 of 22 going into the game tonight, and of course has hit a couple of three-pointers this evening, 2 of 3 from three-point range.
Well, there's no question this guy can score. He can jump, he's quick, he's got a quick release and a great shot. So it's just a matter of time till he starts putting up some big numbers offensively.
He's got 9 tonight, and Tennessee's lead is 14, 26-12. 9 minutes to go first half.
This is a good move by Tennessee to try to speed up the game some. There they picked up a turnover.
And Eldridge turns it over.
Well, Eldridge makes things happen, some good and some bad.
Warren Cunningham is going to come back into the game for Eldridge.
It's typical freshman, Eldridge.
Just trying to get in there and do too much too quick.
Back to the man-to-man. Looks like they're switching up every other time down. Tennessee needs to recognize this and try to go inside. They've got a major advantage inside.
Hathaway and Black in there now.
CJ's got a guy about 6'4" guarding him.
Bad entry pass knocked away. 3 turnovers now for Tennessee. And the long jumper outside is good. That's a 3 for Jeff Williams. So Williams bombs in the 3-pointer, and it's an 11-point game. UNC Greensboro hanging around here. A 1-6 team, but they're playing with some confidence right now.
Tennessee's having a little trouble getting into their offense, it looks like. A little bit of indecision.
Vincent Yarbrough trying to get some room, dumps it down low. Hathaway, spin move, tipped in by Black.
That's a good pass by Yarbrough that time to Hathaway. Of course, CJ went hard and tipped it in. That's where they need to go. Tennessee needs to go inside every time if they're going to play them a man-to-man. There's no way they can compete with them.
They got a huge size advantage everywhere in that front line. The Spartans have hit their last 4 shots. Chavis down low. Has the ball stripped away. Nice play by Wharton on the reach-in. And here comes Tennessee and Harris. 7.5 minutes to go. Tennessee leads by 13 in the first. Hathaway inside. Puts it down.
Nice move. Nice pass. Charles is really starting to look better. He came into Tennessee off an injury, and then, of course, last year everybody knows he missed the whole season. He's really starting to look like the player that he can be.
Had that blood clot problem. They think they've got that under control.
And prior to that, he'd had, knee problems. He's just really had a lot of problems the last 3 or 4 years.
Chavis trying to make a move and draw. Right. But he is a senior, yes. And the toss is good by Chavis. He's leading the way for the Spartans. He's got 6. It's a 13-point game with 7:05 to go first half. Tennessee on top of UNC Greensboro. 5% and Burt taking high percentage shots.
Well, that's what they need to be doing tonight against Greensboro with the height advantage. And Tony made an excellent pass to Charles, who was cutting hard to the bucket. He took it home.
Hathaway with 4 points on the night. Tennessee leads it with 7:05 to go. 13 as it's 30-17. And you see the front court scoring. Burt, that's what you mentioned. You got to pound it inside against these guys.
Well, the last couple of minutes they've really been doing that. They started out shooting long shots and having some success, but I think really they need to look to get inside here and build their lead a little bit.
Spartans go back man-to-man this time down.
Looks like they've come out in an aggressive trapping type of defense.
Harris misses the jumper. And Trevisang gets the rebound, but then Yarbrough strips it from behind. Brandon Wharton tied up, but Harris comes out of there with it. Now it's picked clean from him. Cunningham. Nice move by Cunningham. Showed good speed out on Harris.
He really did. I thought Tony Shirley would catch him, but he didn't. It's a nice points.
Yep, 4 points for Cunningham. 30-19. 11-point game.
Cunningham's a real heady player. I was reading about him before the game, and he's a hard-nosed player, too.
Speaking of hard-nosed, Brinson just sent Black to the floor and picks up the foul. That'll be his first.
It's hard to believe Brinson could knock him down so easily.
Brinson's 6'6".
CJ might have done a little acting.
I don't think he's hurt. He popped up pretty quickly. 6:18 to go. Clock runs. Tennessee leads by 11.
I think this is the 5th defense they've played. Now they're in a 2-3. They've played a trap, 2 different kinds of zones, a man-to-man, maybe the 4th.
Tennessee a little more patient this time, looking for the good shot, a little more movement too against the zone. Ward's going to launch from outside. That one won't stay down. Nice rebound by Trevisan. And now the Spartans can cut the Tennessee lead, which has been double digits most of the last 5 minutes. They can cut it to 9 with a bucket here. Trevisan missed the tip. The ball knocked away. Trevisan has it stripped again. And here comes Harris. Waits for the troops to catch up. And C.J. Black for 3. That's an ugly looking shot.
Yeah, he likes that shot normally.
Yeah, he hits it
That
a lot of
didn't
times.
look too good there. Barely drew iron.
Tennessee now 4 of 10 from three-point range in this game. Shot clock down to 15. Brinson trying to work on C.J. Black. Jump shot outside, no good by Jamison, and Tennessee runs it back the other way.
Greensboro does a good job of getting down the court and stopping Tennessee's break.
Hathaway.
They're hustling.
Gets open and bangs it up. No good. Tip is no good. It goes out to Wharton. Wharton kicks it out. Yarborough for three again. Too strong this time. C.J. Black gets inside position, then gets blocked. And here we go again. 3-on-2. Jamison. Alley-oop. And they're going to call Brinson for a travel.
Well, that's a real break for Tennessee there. Black and Hathaway weren't down the court at all. Brinson really hustled.
If he just goes ahead and throws a straight bounce pass, that's an easy layup.
Yeah.
He tried to lob it in the alley-oop.
Made it harder than it was.
And Brinson then couldn't control it underneath and turns it over. 9 turnovers now for the Spartans. 30-19 Tennessee with under 4.5 minutes to go.
Now they're in a pretty aggressive man-to-man here. Brandon just pushed off. Jamison frustrated him, and Brandon just pushed him. Got caught.
Offensive foul on Brandon Wharton, his first. That's only the third team foul on Tennessee. And that's going to go down as a turnover, the 5th for Tennessee. Now Justin Stewart back into the game, and Jamison sits down as the Spartans rotating players. Only win this year against St. Francis, 63-60. Now a steal by Yarborough to Wharton. Wharton gets fouled, going in and will go to the line. Boy, Yarborough's had about 3 or 4 steals tonight.
Very active tonight. He's got long arms, and he's working hard on defense.
Stewart is first.
Defense, of course, is all about instincts and timing, and Yarborough's got that.
Well, we had him made a steal, made a nice little dish to Brandon, who was cutting hard to the bucket, got fouled.
Our next Vol Network telecast comes your way on January 7th when the Lady Vols take on the Gamecocks of South Carolina here on Fox Sports South. Coverage for that game gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern. Hope you'll be with us for that contest here from the arena. Richard Lee back in as Brandon Wharton misses that first free toss. He's been an 83% free throw shooter. Fouls on Justin Stewart. 5th team foul on the Spartans. Wharton hits that one. 7 points for Brandon Wharton in this first half.
It almost looks like he's having trouble extending his arm. His shot is so flat looking compared to what it used to be.
Chavis going to put it up from 15. He'd already started back down the floor. Thought he made that one.
Yeah, he was counting that one.
Right through Richard Lee's hands. Out of bounds. Lack of concentration there. And the turnover gives it back to the Spartans. So Greensboro down by 12 as we get the final few minutes of this first half. Winning SEC TV Weekly. Bob Kessling along with Bert Bertelkamp. Producer tonight, Barry Thumper Rice. Ben Huddleston, our director. And Earl the Pearl Anderson alongside. Keeping the stats. 31-19 our score with 3:43 remaining in the first half. You see the field goal percentage. Tennessee actually shooting, it's dropped a bit. It was well over 50%, now at 42%. And the Spartans now at 36%, but they're still in the game, just down 12. Trevisan misses the slam. Chavis tries to follow, and Richard Lee comes out of there with it. Lee gives it off to Victor, who travels. Victor took the extra step. He was about ready to bring the basket support down with that one.
Well, he was running hard. It was a nice pull-up and a jump stop by Richard. Here he comes down the middle, hits Victor, and he just took a walk.
And now back the other way, a whistle and a foul call. And it looked like Isaiah didn't know exactly what he wanted to do with the ball.
Yeah, I know. Greensboro's just out hustling him right now, asking him for tickets.
Second shot, no good. 31-20, the Tennessee lead. Aaron Green back in for Tennessee, so fresh guards in.
I think Greensboro's made an excellent move in changing defenses. They change about every time down, and it's just really thrown Tennessee off.
Lee gives it down low. Victor turns short on it. Battle on the boards, and who got the foul?
I believe Torrey pushed Trevisan, it looked like.
So the foul is going to be on Torrey Harris, his second, and that'll be the 5th team foul.
Victor takes a nice little shot here. Looked like he got bumped, and he comes up short. Trevisan, with his big body, just got after the ball, and they fouled him.
Chavis pushes it up the floor and gets the layup. He's had a great first half.
He's a player.
Yep, 8 points for him.
He's a player. He's active and strong. He's ready to play. He's working harder than the Tennessee players right now.
That's his season high already in the first half. His previous high was 6. Richard Lee pull-up jumper. That's no good. Lee goes after the rebound and traveled with it as he fell to the floor. And the turnover gives it back to the Spartans, who have cut the Tennessee lead down to 9, and that's 8 turnovers now for Tennessee in this first half.
Tennessee doesn't know what they want to do offensively right now. Aaron's playing the point. He's going to have to slow it down and get them into something, recognize the defense and get them into a play. They're uncertain what they're supposed to be doing right now.
2.5 minutes, and it's a 9-point game in this first half.
Greensboro's being patient, looking for the good shot.
Got one there. Trevisan trying to keep it alive, but Victor does a nice job boxing out that time. Tennessee hadn't scored a field goal now in 5 minutes. And Vegas Davis is bumped and fouled by Trevisan. They've missed their last 7 shots from the field.
Aaron did a good job with that lead pass that time to Vegas.
This telecast is authorized under rights granted by the University of Tennessee through a host USA Collegiate Sports Knoxville solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the telecast without the express written consent of the University of Tennessee and host USA Collegiate Sports is prohibited. The announcers for the telecast, employees of Host Communications, USA Collegiate Sports, and have been selected with the approval of the University of Tennessee. Davis going for 2 for 2 at the line and gets them both.
Tennessee's going to jump into a press right here and see if they can't create a turnover.
33-22 with 2 minutes to go. Quickly in front court comes Stewart. Shut off. Chavis thought about it, but decides better of it. An 11-point lead for Tennessee. Tennessee scored the first 5 points of the game and have not given up the lead, as Richard Lee almost takes out Jerry Green over there. That's one thing about Richard Lee. He'll make things happen when he gets in there.
He really will. He hustles and plays hard. He can create some good things.
Chavis, good dish down low to Stewart, who had an easy layup.
I'm impressed with Chavis. For a big guy, he's comfortable out on the floor. He puts it down well. He boxes out. He's a good player. He's taking it to us right now at Tennessee.
9-point game with 90 seconds to go.
After a made field goal, they pop into this 1-3-1. Tennessee hadn't solved it yet. There's no penetration. There goes Aaron. That's a nice little penetrate.
And Davis for 3. No good. Block out down low, and the rebound is controlled by Williams.
Look for them to go for one shot here.
Tennessee has missed 9 straight now from the field.
I'm sorry, I looked at the clock wrong.
You're looking at the play clock.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong clock.
And now Williams goes to the bucket, and then we'll draw the foul. And UNC Greensboro knows this is a huge win for their program. If they can get it, and they're playing like that right now.
They really are. They're out hustling Tennessee, no question about it.
Williams hits the 2 free throws, and just like that, it's a 7-point game, and the Spartans have made it easy. 33-26, and a 22nd timeout is going to be asked for. As Randy Peel, an assistant coach for, and now they press. Aaron Green in backcourt, struggling to get free. Spartans now on an 11-3 run over the last 6.5 minutes, and a foul as Green is bumped as he comes up the floor. 7th team foul on the Spartans as Cunningham gets the foul, and now Green will go to the line to shoot.
Cunningham came down and challenged there and tried to keep him from getting the ball in. They were bumping the whole way, and they kind of got into a little elbow match coming down the floor that time.
Here's the history major. Aaron Green says he wants to be a coach one day. Green will get another shot. He's a 64% shooter Bert, a different role for him this year, playing a lot more point guard this year than he has in the past.
Well, that's right. He's backing up Tony Harris, and that's a lot different role than what he's been used to. But they're going to need him. They're going to need his steady hand at times. Tony, could get into foul trouble or get tired and need a break. So they really need his senior leadership.
Chavis goes out, had a good first half with 8 points.
Oh, I think he was a huge key to their success, Chavis, in the first half.
The second free throw wiped off for a lane violation, by the way. So the Spartans get the ball back. They've shuffled a lot of players in and out of this game. They've used 10 players tonight, trying to get that right combination.
You got to give them credit. They played hard and they played well.
Williams got a good look at it, but he was short on it. The rebound, Davis, and he is fouled from behind. And we walk to the end with 26.1 seconds remaining. Vegas Davis, one of those guys. A couple of weeks ago, he went to Jerry Green and says, "Coach, what do I have to do to get in the lineup more?" And Jerry Green laid it out. You got to play defense. You got to do the little things. And Bert, sometimes it's hard for players that aren't in the rotation to understand they've got to earn time in practice.
Yeah, that's right. And I respect him for going and finding out. I mean, sometimes you are unsure as a player what the coach expects. Go ask him. And obviously he's getting a little playing time tonight, so maybe what he's learned has helped him. He's got a lot of athletic ability. He's definitely been a positive influence tonight. He's been active. He's gotten fouled a couple of times, gotten a couple of rebounds. So they're going to need all the help they can get. If somebody can come in and give them some points, the way things have been going, that'll get you some playing time if you can shoot.
Offensive rebound goes to Tennessee.
They really need to pull it out right here and see if they can't get a basket to go in at the half and regain the momentum they had earlier.
Tennessee had a 14-point lead at 1 point. It's been sliced down to 9. Tennessee has not scored a field goal in over 7 minutes. Green launches. There it is.
That's a big boost. That's a good play by Aaron Wright. That really helps.
And Tennessee has some momentum going to the locker room as Aaron Green bombs in a 3-point shot. His only field goal in the first half, but it gives Tennessee a 12-point advantage at the end of the first 20 minutes. Tennessee 38-26 at halftime. We'll be back in just a moment. Athlete of the week. This week, we're selecting senior player Richard Lee. Lee is majoring in psychology and has been named to the SEC's academic honor roll. Adidas is proud to recognize volunteer performance, tradition, and excellence, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom. Richard Lee, this week's Adidas Athlete of the Week. Tennessee jumped out to a 5-0 lead, built it to 10-2. Eventually had a 14-point advantage, but the Spartans have rallied. They cut it to 9, and at halftime, Tennessee leads at 38-26 over the UNC Greensboro Spartans. And we mentioned the fact that the big shot to give some momentum to Tennessee was turned in by Aaron Green. Nailed that 3-pointer. It's been a good weekend for him. He graduated on Saturday. We had a chance to talk with the senior from Sweetwater about getting his degree. They get on one of those spins.
Yeah, they got in a little lull, and they ended up shooting about 40, which is what they're shooting for the season. I think when they had their success, they were going inside and getting some easy dunks and some easy shots, and then they got back going outside. I think the zone had a lot to do with that, the Greensboro played.
See if Tennessee corrects that in the second half. We'll have more at halftime. We'll check stats and highlights when we come back. Improve on that, make it 2 straight wins to get their pre-Christmas season out of the way tonight. Leading UNC Greensboro at halftime, Bob Kessling, Bert Bertelkamp. No double-figure scores in the first half. Tennessee got a lot of people involved, but nobody really took over the game.
No, it looked like Vincent Yarborough was getting ready to have a great first half, and then he came out of the game for some reason. But no, a lot of people have contributed, but nobody's really stood out yet.
And nobody in double figures either for UNC Greensboro. Any trend you see? Greensboro played very hard. Tennessee got that little lull in the last 7 minutes and went to 7 minutes without a field goal.
Well, I think Greensboro did a great job trying to control the tempo with their zone defense. They played a couple different kinds of zones. They played man-to-man. They pressed a little bit. And I think that threw Tennessee off, and I think that affected the shooting percentages.
In the game in the first half for Tennessee, the Volunteers were 10 of 27 from the field. And that's, check that, Tennessee was 12 of 30, excuse me. That's 40%. It was UNC Greensboro, 10 of 27 for 37% from a three-point range. Tennessee was 5 of 14, and you see UNC Greensboro 1 of 5. Tennessee the rebounding edge, the turnovers 10-9, and the bench scoring. Tennessee did play a lot of folks and outscores UNC Greensboro off the bench 14-8. Second half coming up as you see the leading scorers, Vincent Yarborough with 9 points and Chavis off the Spartans bench with 8. Second half coming up, Tennessee leading at halftime by 12. As we start things second half, Bob Kessling and Bert Bertelkamp with you from Thompson Bowling Arena. Points in the paint in the first half. Spartans with 14, Tennessee with 14. Fast break points, UNC Greensboro with 4, Tennessee with only 2 in the first 20 minutes. So the Spartans now will break from their coach Randy Peel, and Tennessee huddled about their head coach Jerry Green. Ready to go second half as Jerry Green hopes that his team comes out, and this is one of those teams, Bert, UNC Greensboro, you'd like to deliver a knockout punch. Don't want to keep them hanging around this game much longer.
Well, that's right. And UNC Greensboro has played hard and thrown a lot of different things at Tennessee, and it's been effective.
Tennessee comes out with Harris and Wharton, C.J. Black, Hathaway, and Vincent Yarborough. Jamison gets the start second half for the Spartans. May is also in there, along with Cunningham, Trevisan, and Brinson. Nobody really in foul problems. Nobody in double figures as we start the second half. And a turnover as May can't get the ball in. I don't know if I've ever seen that, Bert.
I haven't seen that happen. I would say that Coach Green made his point at halftime about picking things up and playing a little harder.
Well, if the first possession's any indication, it's working, because Tennessee on the inbounds toss second half gets the turnover. And now an illegal screen is called on Tennessee.
I think that's on Hathaway.
They went on Jamison. I thought they said it was an illegal screen, but they went. It's on Jamison, so Tennessee gets the basketball.
They go into the 2-3 zone. A nice lob.
Vincent Yarborough catches and throws it down. 11 for him.
He was up there, wasn't he?
Well, he's an athlete.
Yeah, it looked like his elbows were around the rim. That was nice eye contact by him and Tony.
So we got a player in double figures. Yarborough now with 11, and Tennessee with a 14-point advantage. Cunningham trying to get free to Jamison. May on the cut against Hathaway. Hits the side of the backboard, but Active keeps it alive. Mentioned the Jamison. They were looking for somebody to step up. Jamison yet to score in this one. And also missing outside is Brinson. He's yet to score. Inside pass, and a foul is called.
Here we go.
Pushing foul inside against 10.5. Tennessee leads 14. Jamison. That's his first bucket. He's a shooter, isn't he?
Well, they're going to need him to score some points if we're going to get back in this game. That was a nice three.
Three-pointer by Jamison.
Tennessee really needs to pound the ball inside and just take over this game inside. That's where they have a huge advantage.
Spartans now 2 of 7 from three-point range.
They're just not crisp right now with the ball.
Black trying to muscle it inside. Lost it going up. Tip is good. I think they give it to Yarborough.
Boy, he's springy. Jumps awfully quick.
Explosive jumper, isn't he? 42-29.
He's by far Tennessee's most active player tonight. He's really looking good.
Trevisan working hard inside. C.J. Black knocks it away, though. That's a pretty good battle inside between the 6'10 Trevisan and C.J. Black, listed at 6'8.
They're pounding away pretty good in there. Trevisan's pretty active.
Cunningham
Strong.
looking inside, nobody there. He'll pop out. Trevisan takes the jumper and hits. He's got 7. 42-31.
It's like Tennessee's trying to run a two-man game here.
Yarborough dumps it down low. C.J. Black trying to get some room inside, working hard, has the ball stripped away. Hathaway gets it, puts it in, and he's fouled.
Nice strong move by Charles. He got hammered pretty good and kept his balance. See, C.J. goes up and he gets double teamed and the ball gets kind of blocked over to Charles. He takes it right to the basket. The year before last, when he played, he might have fallen away on that one. This time he took it right to the hole and got fouled.
Hathaway short on that one, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. It will be whose ball? Tennessee's ball. Volunteers have played some close games lately. The overtime game against South Florida, for that lost at St. Joe's by 2. Then they beat Pittsburgh here in the last second shot. Knocked off Memphis on the last second shot, 68-67. So the last 4 games have been tight. And there's a three-pointer outside.
That's a good roll for Brandon. I think the first game of the year, the Arizona game, was a real tight
That's
game.
right. Lost that one on the last second shot. Wharton now with 3 3-pointers in the game. Cunningham trying to counter. Missed it. And Yarbrough gets the rebound. Good outlet pass to Brandon Wharton. Wharton thought about it. Stutter steps, and that's a goaltend.
That's a nice move. A nice stop-and-go move there.
Brinson with the goaltend. And Wharton now has 12.
Brandon goes hard to the bucket and gets a goaltend. Vincent Yarbrough made that play happen with a great rebound and a great outlet.
So suddenly Tennessee gets that spurt Jerry Green looking for as the Volunteers have built the lead. It's now 18, 49-31 with 7:18 to go in the game. 7-0 run to build the lead.
It's a great play here. Eye contact with Vincent and Tony Harris and a slam. Great play. Play of the game so far.
Tennessee had that lull at the end of the first half, but their blazing hitters start things in the second half. 5 of 6 as Wharton and Yarbrough leading the assault. Yarbrough leading the way with 13 points.
Yarbrough's been the difference so far. He's starting out like the second half like he started out the game.
Randy Peel's team down by 12 at halftime, but suddenly that lead has ballooned here to 18 in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. There you see the field goal percentage this half. Tennessee shooting extremely well. We got the percentage up to 47% now. May kicks it off to Trevisan. They just barely got it over the line before the 10-second count came into play. May trying to get around Yarbrough.
It's good help by Hathaway that time.
Ball flicked away from behind by Hathaway, and Harris now in the open court.
Swing it.
CJ missed one way short earlier. That one way long. Cunningham.
CJ just doesn't look like he's in the game tonight.
No good that time by Brinson. Battle on the boards, out of bounds off Trevisan's knee. And so Tennessee will get it back, leading by 18 points. Vincent Yarbrough bumped on the sideline by Brinson. That'll be his second foul. Not a shooting foul. Third foul of the half. So Tennessee has jumped on the Spartans here to start things second half, and now they try and increase that lead to get it up to 20.
Tony's got to keep penetrating against this zone. They're in the 1-3-1. Good pass.
Dump it down low. Hathaway missed with the left hand, tipped in. C.J. Black, I think.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound that time.
His 4th point.
It's hard to block out when you're playing his own defense. He did the smart thing, crashing the boards.
52-31. Jamison, good look. Cunningham gets hammered going in. They say the ball knocked away cleanly low. No free throws. Now the Spartans will take it out underneath its own goal.
He goes hard to the basket for a little guy going up against Tennessee's 2 biggest guys.
Hathaway makes the block.
Looked clean to me.
Tennessee has really been an outstanding team in block shots this year. In fact, they lead the SEC in that department. 8.5 blocks per game.
I think they're pleased with their defense overall this year. They've done a good job.
There's Chavis, who had a big first half, short on that one, and Richard Lee gets the rebound. Tennessee with a 20-point advantage now, going to work. And the Spartans have gone 2.5 minutes without a field goal. Brandon Wharton. Now to Richard Lee. Head fakes, a floater down the lane, draws the foul, and Richard Lee will go to the line. You know, Lee's one of those guys, it seems like he's been here about 10 years. He's a senior, though. He's played some viable minutes for Tennessee and was really a guy last year in Tennessee's run to the NCAA tournament that gave him a spark in the SEC part of the season.
He was a definite key last year. His athletic ability and hustle really helped him.
He's one of those guys that can give you instant offense, and that's what Jerry Green's looking to come off that bench, somebody that can change the pace and the tempo of a game, and Lee is that guy.
Well, it's been a little tough on him because Yarbrough, the most heralded player we've had here, Tennessee's had since, gosh, maybe ever. Yeah, Allen Houston, Dale Ellis, and those guys comes in and they play the same position. So, you know, obviously he's going to play Vincent, so it's been tough on Richard. He's had to find his time in other areas, and he's doing a good job. They're going to need his leadership.
Tennessee changes defense, a 1-3-1 half-court trap, and it works on the missed shot by Chavis.
So now's when they got to look to swing the ball and then try to get Hathaway with somebody on his back inside. They're just not swinging it quick enough.
Richard Lee took a walk.
It's just the concentration just doesn't seem to be there. I remember one time in the first half, the ball was thrown over to Richard. He just didn't catch it, and that time they swung it around, and you know, he took a walk. It just doesn't seem that they've got the intensity at the level it needs to be. Certainly for SEC play. 10
turnovers now. And Tennessee opens the season against Auburn, then LSU and South Carolina. Three-pointer good. Cunningham nails it. He's got 7, and it's 53-34.
Greensboro's going to have to play man-to-man now that they're getting down so much, and Tennessee ought to just hammer it inside, see what they can get inside. But they're staying on the perimeter.
Tony Harris tries to penetrate, now to Wharton. And that ball's knocked out of bounds. Good quick hands as Cunningham reached out and flicked it. Shot clock at 10 seconds now for Tennessee with 14:26 to go on the game clock, and Tennessee leading 53-34. Stewart's back in, and Jamison goes out. Jamison with a three-point shot.
Where is Isaiah Victor?
Here's Harris down the lane. Now he's over on the bench. He and Torrey Harris. Victor, of course, didn't get the start tonight and hasn't played all that much. In matter of fact, Victor in the first half played 11 minutes.
Well, I guess that's more than half of the first half, but he's been their leading scorer and leading rebounder, and I was wondering if he might have had a problem. They need him in there.
Victor, and just there you go, Bert.
Right, he was listening to me.
Yep.
First time ever.
Isaiah pops off the bench. Harris at the line, hits the first one. He's got 3 points. Now Victor will come into the game along with Torrey Harris, and Vincent Yarbrough is back. Yarbrough tonight with 13 points. His average continues to climb. He came into tonight's game averaging 8 a game. And there you see back into the game Courtney Elridge, and he's replacing Cunningham. So both of these teams have rotated players all night long. Harris second toss, good. 4 points for Tony, and it's 55-34.
I think Yarbrough is going to have to be a 30-minute plus man this year. There he comes up with a steal.
Makes the steal. Now he throws it away. Tried to dump it off to Richard Lee.
There's another pass. Good pass.
Yarbrough blocked and fouled. Nice play by Trevisan. Prevented the layup or maybe even the slam, but he picks up his 3rd foul in the process.
Great play by Richard. He gets the ball to the middle of the floor in a no-look bounce pass to Vincent. He goes hard. He's going to throw that one down. He gets fouled. Tennessee's got to use their quickness, and they got to push the tempo and force the other team, particularly a team like this. They've got outmanned.
Yarbrough gets the roll on that one. He's got 14 coming off that 23-point performance at South Florida. 7 of 11 from the field and 4 of 6 from 3-point range in that contest. He's just getting more confident, more fluid with every game. He's got such a pretty stroke, doesn't he?
Very good. He can jump. He's quick. He's a little laid back. I think looks like he's getting a little bit tougher and a little harder.
Well, when he gets his nose bloodied in the SEC a little bit, a couple of times, he'll get tougher.
He'll down there at Auburn on the road. It's a tough start right there.
That's a tough shot. Fall away, no good by May. May is yet to score in this game either. So some of the big name guys for UNC Greensboro just haven't been able to dent it tonight, and some of them haven't been able to score, like Brinson and May. Victor on the baseline, can't finish, and Elridge comes out of there with it. Elridge wants to push it all the time, doesn't he?
He likes to push it.
Stewart, he hits that one.
He created a nice opportunity for Stewart. That's Stewart's game, the post-up shot there, and he found the 3-point line and nailed it.
That's a 3-pointer. Stewart's got 5 on the night. And they're now 4 of 9 from 3-point range are the Spartans. Victor tries to go baseline again. This time he hits the bottom of the rim, gets his own rebound, and he's short on that one.
Can't get it down. Can't get it down.
Tennessee's last 6 points from the free throw line. Chavis. Jump stop. Nobody open. Stewart. Good ball fake. They swing it out. The jumper in the air. No good by May. And Yarborough gets another rebound. Great outlet to Richard Lee. Lee gives it off Tony Harris.
Nice play. I thought Richard had held it a little too long, but he finally got it over there to Tony. Made a nice reverse layup.
That was pretty. Under 12 minutes to go, Tennessee leads 59-36.
Tony hadn't scored in a while until then, had he? Has he?
No, he has 6 points on the night. First bucket this half. Chavis. Follow a jumper over Isaiah Victor, and Chavis in double figures with 10. He's having a big night for the Spartans.
He just beat Isaiah to the spot that time.
Richard Lee, a long 3 just rattles out. Torrey Harris on the offensive board. They're going to call him for a push-off. Holding Arena, 11:55 to go in this contest. You got some big holiday plans coming up for the week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Santa Claus is coming. I got 2 little girls at home and got a new puppy.
Is that right? They're probably counting the hours down, aren't they? Until
Yeah.
Santa comes?
Yeah, that for sure.
Great time of the year. Hope everybody's got a happy holiday coming up. You see the 3-point shooting in the game. Tennessee was red hot early, got 4 quick ones, and then they cooled off a bit since then, as Wharton and Yarborough hit 2 in the first 5 minutes of the game. 2 each.
Tennessee's come out in the half-court trap.
Down low, Torrey Harris gets beat on the baseline, and that's Brinson's first bucket of the night.
Greensboro did a real good job recognizing that and working it around.
And there's a charge. An offensive foul on Aaron Green, his second, as he ran over Eldridge. Eldridge got quick feet, got right in front of him.
He guessed right. You could see Aaron here getting ready to make a move, and he decides to go right, and Eldridge guessed right. Aaron got his money's worth, though, that's for sure.
Point Tennessee lead. I mentioned the fact that the Spartans have lost 4 in a row, but their last one was a tough loss by 2. And the one before that, they lost by 4. So they've been in their games as of late.
And you got to figure losing their top player had some effect. They might have won those games.
Yep, jump ball that time as Brinson took it to the basket. Harris was beat the play before, but that time came back and made a nice defensive play, and the turnover gives it back to Tennessee with 10:55 remaining. Isaiah Victor back into the game now. Out front, now to Aaron Green. And Del Baker has the ball now. So again, Jerry Green using a lot of players off that bench. Victor finds the seam, gets fouled, and takes it in against Brinson, who picks up his 3rd foul. Victor recognized that very well and took it right to the bucket.
Took it quick. Richard made a nice entry pass, and Brinson came over the top, and Victor went hard and had the strength to hang on to it and took it up hard to the glass.
Yeah, that was a good hard foul by Brinson, but still not enough to stop Isaiah Victor. Sophomore out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, his 4th point on a 13-point average.
He's got a lot to offer inside offensively. He's got a lot of different moves. He can go right or left. He's quick, and he's 6'11". That's a pretty good combination.
Missed the free throw, 58% free throw shooter. Eldridge quickly in front court, lost it, got it back. And Richard Lee active on the defensive glass, gets the rebound. Outlet to Del Baker. Alley-oop to Lee off the backboard. That one misfired a bit, and Tennessee turns it over, and the Spartans bring it up. 12 turnovers now. Good pump fake by Stewart, and then Richard Lee comes from the backside.
Richard's going to the hole.
Lee on the gallop, takes it all the way.
You could tell it back here on the other side of the court. He was going straight to the basket. He never looked up. Good move.
Richard Lee now with 7 points, and Tennessee leads it 63-40. Jameson gives it off. Chavis got 10 points tonight. His career high is 18. Double clutches and draws the foul.
Kind of reminds you of one of those big wrestlers, as big as he is.
Not quite in Goldberg's category yet, but he's a good sized guy. 63 to 42 now. Dell Baker out front, no good. You know that Goldberg and Kevin Nash are going to be wrestling here, they say, on January 11th.
My good buddy Kevin Nash.
Big WCW. A lot of folks maybe in the Southeast don't understand that Kevin Nash was a basketball player in Tennessee.
He's the man now in the, what is it, the WWF?
New World Order. Is he red or white? I forget.
I don't know. I don't know.
Need to keep up. He's be good to see him when he comes back to town. 63-42 our score. If he was that big when he was playing basketball, he really would have been a terror.
He made his mark on Knoxville in more ways than one.
Here's C.J. Black. Black gives to Dell Baker. Now they strip him, and Eldridge in a big collision with Hathaway.
Wow.
Now a whistle. They're going to make sure. What do they call?
Foul committed by Trevisan.
Trevisan gets the foul. That's his 4th foul. Away from the ball, Trevisan picks it up. Say what, Eldridge and Hathaway, that was a pretty good collision right there.
It really was. I think Eldridge is still recovering from it. He's coming out.
I think he's a little rattled. He's trying to make sure all his joints are back in this right spot.
But he got 6'11", 260 against 5'9", 140.
Soaking wet, maybe. Here's C.J. Black.
He's a gutty player, though, Eldridge.
Yeah,
I think he's going to help him this year. He's quick and plays hard.
Here's C.J. Black, an outstanding free throw shooter. Only 4 points tonight, averaging 9 points a game. They're hoping to get better production out of him, and they probably will, Bert, when he gets healthy. It's tough when you're a post player down low and that knee's not responding.
Yeah, it really is tough. When you get hurt during the season, it's tough to ever get a chance to get well. You know, it's kind of like Al Wilson in football. You just keep doing your best, and you bang it up from time to time, and that's what he's dealing with. Maybe over this Christmas break, he can get a little rest.
6 points now tonight for C.J. Tennessee is 17-22 from the free throw line tonight, so they've shot those charity tosses pretty well. Jameson open for 3 and drills it. You can see he's a good shooter.
Got a quick release.
His second three-pointer of the night.
He must be in the doghouse a little bit. You'd think he'd be playing.
65-45. Hathaway.
See, Hathaway needs to get it, just make a quick move and go with it.
That's a nice move.
They can't guard him in there. Can't guard any of Tennessee's big guys inside.
Hathaway picks up his 8 points. Now they can't get the ball in. And a 22nd timeout is going to be asked for by UNC Greensboro. Again, this reminder, Tennessee is jumping into SEC play coming up. They begin things on January 2nd. That's a Saturday afternoon at Auburn.
A post here, and I mentioned earlier he needs to do a little quicker. He got away with it against Chavis in Greensboro, but when he plays Auburn, they're going to be attacking him inside there. He's going to have to get the ball and make a quick move. Not out of control, but a little bit quicker than that, or he's going to have problems. They're going to double up on him.
67-45, the Tennessee lead. Tennessee has Tony Harris and Wharton in the backcourt. C.J. Black, Rashard Lee, and Charles Hathaway. Again, James May, their talented freshman, still hasn't scored. Drives it in there and gets the roll. That's his first bucket.
Nice drive.
They like him. They think he's going to be a good player for him. C.J. Black gets the pass down low. They can't handle him inside.
No, they can't. That was a nice quick move and a nice left-handed shot by C.J. He looks tired. He's not healthy.
Cunningham to Jameson, now to Chavis, working on Hathaway down low. May looking for help, counts on, gets it to Jameson, and now a reach-in foul, holding foul on Brandon Wharton. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar that time.
Yeah, he and James have been pushing each other. They were going at it in the first half, and they've taken up with it here in the second half.
So we're taking a break with 7:25 to go in the game. Tennessee on this holiday week leading the Spartans 69-47. Practice today indoors before the Christmas break. Here's a quick pass to Brandon Wharton. He's fouled on the play and will go to the line. The steal and the quick play. Wharton gets the bucket. He's got 14 and now goes to the line.
Well, Yarborough made that play, made the steal, made a great bounce pass.
Yarborough has 5 steals tonight. Very quick. We mentioned the fact the football team, though, had its last practice today. It was over maybe about 11 o'clock at 11:03. Everybody was in their cars heading home. They didn't wait around.
Into the house. That's great. What a super season they've had.
They'll be out there December 26th now to open practice for the basketball game. 72-47 as Wharton gets the 3-point play. Tennessee, I know that Jerry Green is excited about the fact that Wharton has got it going again. Looks like offensively a little bit.
Yeah, he's got 15 points. That's his best output in quite a while. There's another steal for Vincent. I wonder what the record is for steals in a game.
Jarwo just kind of throws it up and gets fouled. 12th steal on the night for Tennessee, and Yarborough's got half of those.
That's a lot of steals, 6 steals in a game. We still got 7 minutes to play.
10 fouls now on the Spartans, so from here on out, that's 2 free throws for Tennessee, and Yarborough steps up.
He's got such long arms, big hands.
And he's got a nice touch on it. That one goes down for him. Jerry Green's also going to turn his guys loose after tonight's game for the holidays. Yarborough gets them both to go. So Vincent Yarborough, another strong effort tonight with 17 points, and Tennessee leads at 74-47. Double teamed, going for another steal. Ball picked free, and there it is. Brandon Wharton comes up with it. Wharton pull up, gives it over to Yarborough. Looked like he might have been fouled, but no whistle. Outlet pass goes to May. May lays it in.
It looked like 2 fouls. Looked like Brandon got fouled, and then looked like Yarborough got fouled.
This is the first time in now 5 games that Brandon Wharton's been in double figures. Harris outside, fires. That's off the mark. C.J. Black battling inside. Bodies everywhere. And saved. Wharton, nice look inside to Harris, behind the back. And a whistle. Another body goes flying. Foul is going to be called, and Tennessee's going to shoot.
Did you see Hathaway dive out there? That was really something. He plays hard. It's good feet inside to Tony. Little no look to CJ. Cunningham's riding him.
He was holding on for dear life, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Cunningham picks up his 4th foul.
CJ said, I picked up a flea somewhere along the way.
Black.
Swatted him off.
Too strong on that one for C.J. Black. We mentioned the Wharton situation with his scoring. He had 2 points against Memphis, 5 against Pittsburgh, 6 against St. Joe's, and 7 against South Florida. The last time in double figures, Western Carolina here, 10 points. So Tennessee's been waiting for him to break out scoring-wise, and he's done that tonight. 9 points now for C.J. Black, 75-49.
Well, Brandon's way up there on the all-time scorers list, isn't he? So he's 13th. He just had a slow start. He looks like he's got it turned around, though.
Well, it's
tied to that shoulder.
Yeah, the break is going to be good for him, too, to let that shoulder heal up just a bit. Because he was one of the best 3-point shooters in the SEC last year, so you know he can put it back in the DeVoe era. Crosby, one of the best athletes. I could have played on the football team as well. Bodies flying again. The foul in pretty good inside position.
It looked like he did.
Trevisan, though, at the line and missed it. CJ gets the rebound, but it's a two-shot foul. Well, I get no. Somebody must have stepped in because that's only 8 fouls against Tennessee. Trevisan missed that one. Tipped up and in by Chavis. Chavis with 14. 5.5 minutes to go. Wharton to the basket. Floater is good by Brandon Wharton. 17 for him. 5.5 minutes to go. Boy, another steal almost by Yarborough.
Give him a deflection on that.
Half a steal.
There's another one.
There's one. Brandon Wharton. Wharton will get rewarded for his hard work, but he missed the layup. Oh, my goodness. Tried to stuff it. A little bit short on that.
Everybody's laughing but Coach Green.
No, he didn't like it. They're going to give Yarborough a steal on that last one. He's the one who got the hand on it. So Yarborough with his 7th steal. That ties the Tennessee record.
Well, he's been everywhere tonight. He's done a super job. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep, because they called a foul. We end up with the ball. I guess technically that's a steal, isn't it?
So Yarborough now goes to the line. So he's in the record book with Swearingen, Ellis, Crosby, and LaMarcus Golden also with 7. He was the last one to do it back in 1993. I'm sure he will break some other records before he gets done here at Tennessee.
Yeah, he will.
Going for his 18th point tonight.
How many rebounds does he have tonight?
He's done a good job there, too. He's got 6 of those, 18 points, 7 steals, 6 rebounds.
That's a tremendous all-around game.
Jerry Green made, as you mentioned, Bert, made the decision that early in the year after the loss to Arizona, he just has to play Yarborough. Guy's got to be on the floor because he does so many things for you. Richard Lee trying to keep it alive.
Well, Greensboro still hustling. You got to give him credit.
Chavis comes out of there with it under 5 minutes to go. Tennessee leads it 78-51. 12-point game at halftime, and Tennessee has dominated here in the second half. Ray Henry now 22 with the basketball, gives it over to Williams, and he just lost it out of bounds. 23 turnovers tonight for the Spartans. And now a timeout is going to be asked for. A 20-second timeout asked for by Randy Peel and the Spartans of UNC at Greensboro. Knee surgery. Kyra Elsie, who might be able to resume practice on a limited basis very shortly. And of course now Jeter, she'll undergo the surgery coming up on Friday. So we wish her a speedy recovery.
You know, when we were playing, they didn't have ACLs and LCLs and
you just knew it hurt, didn't
MCLs. And
oh, good look. Torrey Harris gets his first bucket of the night. He's got 4 points. It's 80-51. Tennessee in front. So a good play off the out of bounds. Boy, Lee almost got another steal. May for 3. No. Inside rebounded down low. Brinson working hard. Can't finish it. 4 minutes to go in the game. Brinson outside. That one does go. 4 for him.
He's had a tough night.
Yeah, he has. He has not shot the ball very well at all. 2 for 8. And there's a layup, no good. And again, more free throws with 3:50 to go in the game. Bird, winning these games before the Christmas break makes the holiday a lot nicer, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it really does. I can remember one year, my senior year, we went up to Ohio State, your old stomping grounds, and got dusted by about 30.
I was there for that one. Yeah, saw that.
And that was not fun. We knew the day after Christmas we were going to have a nice, active practice.
See the free throws tonight. Tennessee 22 of 29, so they've outscored the Spartans by 15 at the stripe. And there's Richard Lee back up there again. 7 points for him tonight. Good stroke. He's got 8. And he also has 8 rebounds to go along with that.
He's played well tonight. Been aggressive. Had a couple of turnovers. Really the only negative to his performance tonight.
You know, if Richard just gets consistency in his game, if you just know what you're going to get from him night in and night out, he's going to keep getting more and more minutes.
I think you're exactly right.
And Lee drills that one. 9 points for him. Tennessee now rolling toward the victory here on this Christmas week, leading 82-53 with 3:50 to go from Knoxville. Offense much better in the second half. That's the reason for the big lead.
Great pass here from Isaiah Victor to Torrey, who cut back door. That was a nice lob and a nice bucket for Torrey.
Yep, perfectly executed. You know, Harris was a pretty good scorer in high school, but since he's been to Tennessee, primarily a defensive player out of Sardis, Mississippi. And you see both teams have tried to pound it inside tonight, and Tennessee has the advantage, Bert. Just like you said, as soon as they started taking it down low, the game turned around.
You know, I think that's really going to open up their outside game as the season goes along. They've got 3 legitimate scorers inside, particularly C.J. Black and Isaiah Victor. And if they go inside, they can kick it back out, and I think it'll open them up some.
But Wharton and Yarborough have combined for 35 of Tennessee's 82 tonight. They've been the spark. And there's another steal. Isaiah Victor, 2-on-1. Victor gives it up to Dell Baker for the slam.
Isaiah's turned into an assist man tonight. 2 lobs.
84-53.
That's outstanding.
Brinson reverse layup. No, draws the foul on a push. Boy, that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you don't see big guys making that nice lob pass like that very often either.
Well, Isaiah picked the ball up off the floor at midcourt, and here you see him going down the left side, and he throws the lob, a perfect lob to Dell Baker. Just an outstanding play. And this is going to be good for Tennessee, you know, to have a chance to have a little bit of fun, because really they've been considered underachievers from the get-go, coming out ranked number 9 in the country, and everybody questioned that, and then they really just haven't performed yet. So this might be what the doctor ordered: play well tonight, go home, have a good time with their families, and then come back out ready to go for the SEC.
That says it all tonight for Randy Peel's trip to Knoxville. It's been a long night for the Spartans as they get set for Southern Conference play. They're in the Northern Division with Davidson and Appy State, VMI, Western Carolina, and ETSU. 84-54. 5 points now for Brinson on the night.
This is a good chance for Aaron to get some good playing time at the point, too.
Aaron Green gets held as he tries to knife down the lane, and Cunningham got him. It was funny, Aaron was talking about it at the ceremonies. His grandmother said, "Well, you finally got your pigskin, didn't you?" He said, "I think it's sheepskin, I believe is what you get." There's a lot of pigskins flying around here, but I think it's sheepskin that you get. He was laughing about it.
Well, Sweetwater's a big football school.
You got that
She's
right.
heard pigskin before.
And Aaron Green misses the free toss.
Aaron's a great guy. I don't know him real well, but I've talked to him several times, and he's just a real good guy.
Always got a smile on his face. But I tell you what, he's an intense competitor, hates to lose too. And you know that playing for Tennessee, being from Sweetwater, means something to him, and winning in the orange shirt means a lot to him too.
Boy, last year he came in against Florida and just wore them out. Just played an unbelievable game.
And of course had the big play against Arkansas last year too.
Yeah.
To help seal that win. 84-54, 30-point advantage. Tennessee led by 12 at halftime. Eldridge, good no look to Brinson, and then Victor fouls him, going for the block. Victor, a transfer out of Wyoming.
Well, their trainer's been busy over there, hasn't he?
Yeah, they've had some problems.
Lots of problems.
Victor can't finish. Aaron Green keeps it alive. Good pass inside to Harris. Harris with 6 points tonight. So he has had back-to-back good scoring games. Had 8 against South Florida. He had put together a string of 0 points. There's Chavis missing short.
He didn't score the first, what, 5 games?
Well, he
6
had
games?
1 point, didn't have a field goal until the South Florida game. He'd had a couple of free throws. He's only scored in 4 games all year. And 2 of those have been in the last 2. Aaron Green, nice drive.
Took it to the hole.
6 points for him, 88-55.
Aaron's having fun out here, you can tell. Everybody is, I guess.
Tennessee now shooting 50% from the field. Shot in the corner, good that time by James May. That's a 3-pointer. He's got 7 on the night. 90 seconds to go. Tennessee's been a good defensive team, holding the opponents to 37% tonight. UNC Greensboro shooting 41%. But still, if you keep a defensive team or your opponent to around 40%, you got a shot to win.
Oh, sure. No doubt about it. And they've been doing that. They've been playing good defense. If the shooting comes around, everything's going to be all right.
In fact, there's an alley-oop. Victor has the ball stripped away. The last 4 games, they've averaged holding Pitt, St. Joe's, or 3 games, South Florida, with 33% shooting. Austin's going to get a chance to play.
I like his number.
Yeah, number 10. It's old Bertelkamp's number, and Todd Austin comes into the contest. And he replaces Aaron Green. So everybody gets a chance to play here before Christmas. Del Baker saves it to Isaiah Victor. I think they tried to get the ball to Austin and let him shoot it up there.
Well, Isaiah was looking for him in the corner. He just was covered.
1:08 to go in the game. Brinson kicks it back out. And Eldridge throws it in the corner. Under a minute to go in the contest. Brinson launches way off the mark. And a battle down low. The putback is no good by Henry. And Austin trying to keep it alive, but it's saved in bounds. Now Vegas Davis knocks it out of bounds. Todd Austin from Lafayette, Tennessee, the 6'2 freshman. They're doing everything they can to try and get in the ball so he can get in the scoring book tonight. 33.3 seconds to go. Brinson against Victor down low. Puts it up, no good. And the rebound, Torrey Harris, and he's fouled by Brinson, and that's 5 on Mr. Brinson.
Brinson's had a rough night.
Yeah. 2 for 10 from the field, 2 of 4 at the line, only 5 points tonight for him, 6 points actually. And coming back in for him is James May. Well, a good win tonight for Tennessee. They lead by 30 here in the closing seconds. Bert, this time they're just good to get away from it for about 3 or 4 days. You've been practicing since October and conditioning since August, and now you get a chance to get away with your family and friends a bit.
I think it's a great time.
Harris missed it.
These guys need a break. They're probably tired of hearing about how poor they're shooting and
not boxing out, back screens, all that stuff.
All that stuff. They need a break. Get out and play school books and
play some pickup games with the kids in the neighborhood. Isaiah Victor puts it there. Victor with 6.
Chavis got hit in the eye, it looks like.
Isaiah Victor puts the finishing touches on this one. Tennessee going for another steal. Henry launches long range, no good, and Todd Austin gets the rebound.
He's in the box score. Uh-oh, he's going to get some free throws.
Get a chance to go to the line.
All right, the pressure's on. I think he'll make them.
So Todd Austin steps up there. He's had 3 shots from the field this year. He's missed them. 0 for 2 at three-point range, and this will be his first free throw attempt as he try and get in the Tennessee scoring book. Everybody's saying be quiet.
Never a doubt.
He'll try it again. Got him both. Nothing to it. 92-58, 10 seconds to go. Greensboro going to try and put one last one up. Henry will try. Long range, no. Rebound at the buzzer is good by Justin Stewart. And now the lob pass. Nobody touched it, so we'll take it to the other end. Well, they touched it right there, so that'll keep it in bounds, and the game is over. Tennessee dominates the second half as the Volunteers move to 8-3 overall as they handle the Spartans from UNC Greensboro 92-60. Back with a wrap-up from Thompson Bowling Arena in just a moment. Freshman Vincent Yarborough ties a school record with 7 steals and leads the way with 18 points as Tennessee wins its 8th game of the season. UNC Greensboro falls to 1-7 on the year. Tennessee wins it tonight 92-60 over the Greensboro Spartans. For Bert Bertelkamp, I'm Bob Kessling. Have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, everybody. So long from Knoxville.
baseball's green